What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at second inform Kimmich, an absolutely cracking player, and if he does get team of the year, he's just going to be absolutely phenomenal. Honestly, he's already a 91 rated, coming from an 88 to an 89 in form, 90 team of the group stage, and now a 91 in form, second in form. Whether this guy gets a headliner, probably not, because it's Friday, but he definitely is in line. But I think realistically, we are looking at a team of the year Kimmich. I'm going to say, realistically, I would like a 97, but I'm thinking more real. He's going to be a 96 at best, and he is going to be cracking. He's going to be a monster CDM. But the question I want to know is, who is the best German card in this game? But also, if you want to like and subscribe down below, that is always amazing. Let's get into Kimmich's review. So 3-star, 4-star, skill move to weak foot. He is right-footed, 5'9", with a high attacking work rate and a medium defensive, which is hilarious, seeing as though he is more of a CDM than an attacking player. You can whack him as more of a centre mid if you go with something like a hunter, because obviously then you can get the shooting up, still get the pace up, and everything else is still pretty balanced. But I think what I would always recommend with this card is he is a DM through and through. He is 92 rated if you put a shadow on him, 85 pace you'd get, and 94 defending. But we'll have a look more at the base. Obviously 75 pace isn't amazing to start with. He has got the 81 acceleration, so for me that's the more important stat. 70 sprint speed isn't great, but again, like I say, with the shadow you get a plus 12, so it's kind of swings and roundabouts with it, but I think that one is not too bad. It will be nice when he gets his 96 team of the year, because that's going to be a phenomenally upgrade card, and obviously it's going to go for a hefty price, which I think it will drop down quite nicely. Though it doesn't seem that the Bundesligas hold their price. Well, to be fair, it depends, because it is team of the year. But if he is one of the ones that is packed a lot, then obviously we are going to be looking at everybody with a Kimmich. It's very much like a Conte. Once he got team of the year, team of the season, he is he's a GOAT. He's in every single team. People will try and fit him in no matter how. And if we have got all these icon packs coming out, base to mid, with the icon swaps, and obviously in SBC, the base icon upgrade has been released. Obviously, people can link so many squads together. It is going to be absolutely unreal. 90 passing is the next best stat, and honestly that is a phenomenal little piece of work as well. Obviously the 64 free kick accuracy is dropping it down a little bit in terms of averages, but everything else is absolutely cracking. 88 vision, 91, 90 short and long. You cannot argue with that. Even his dribbling, I don't think he's like the most skillful dribbler in the game, granted by his 3-star skills, but in terms of actual on the ball animations, he's not awful. He's not going to absolutely rinse people's teams, but in terms of being confident on the ball in a high pressured situation, I think he definitely could deal with it. And this guy is a foot champs player. It's always nice to see when we get a player that actually can do some work in a champs team. Obviously you've got to have the team around him. Germans, not hard to link, to be honest, especially if you're going for some higher end ones. Like I say, a lot of people will have icons. You can just box him in. I don't think there's really too many players I'd say I'd want him with, but you do have a freeze Gnabry if you finish that SBC, and he is a wonderful perfect link. So there's plenty of links there. Let's look at some gameplay. He's got 99 stamina, 95 aggression, and the defense is pretty good. So as traditionally, we do whack Kimmich in a DM kind of role, and honestly he makes it his own. He's tackling, he's getting the ball, he's pushing forward, passing, dribbling, the whole nine is absolutely wonderful with him. You'll see time and time again, he makes them challenges, he wins the ball for you, and honestly he's just always in the right position, and that's why I think he's a good player, and he's always been probably more of a waste at right back, because right backs, he hasn't got that freedom to kind of open himself up a little bit. I don't particularly like him too much as a right back, but obviously now he's coming to CDM, I feel like it's an entirely different card, because he's got so many more options that he can actually make and what stats actually represent. In a kind of right back, pretty much you just need pace, strength, and then aggression, then physical. Really, that's about it, unless you're using maybe wing backs, and then you need a bit of everything. But for me, he is much better at this DM role, and honestly, if he continues to go on, we could genuinely see a 99 Kimmich. They're going to have the Champions League, so it's going to be very interesting to see how many specials he gets there. Obviously, Bundesliga, Bayern are always doing pretty well. He's got the chance to really kind of push it this year, even if it has to wait until team of the season. If he gets enough informs to warrant a 99, we've seen plenty last year, so hopefully we can see just maybe, I'd say he'd need four to five more specials, and then we're getting a 99 Kimmich. So if we are looking at Kimmich's overall, I don't know what's going on with my internet, but it seems to be having a little bit of a meltdown, so we should be able to keep doing everything on this screen bar from looking at the price. Do we have the generations? We do. Oh, okay, there. I think the internet's gone down, to be honest with you, but we'll keep moving with it because I don't personally know how long this is going to take to get better. But in general, 380k on both consoles. Obviously, that's going to fluctuate throughout tonight, and more than likely, you'll see a little bit of a dip. I think this card won't dip too much, though, because he's already close to his 90 rated, and we have got so many variety of him. I don't think he's going to, like, lose so much. So really, if you are looking to invest in him, it may be a bit of a risky shout, especially with headliners coming a brand new selection. It might be a risky shout in case we get another CDM or any kind that does rival him. Personally, I can't think of any coming to mind, but you know what EA is like. In terms of getting him, I feel like he's going to be a high red pick. Obviously, Ronaldo is the only one higher rated than him, so I feel like he will be one of them ones that's very sporadic. Some people will get him, or I'd say a very few people will get him, and then you'll see a lot of people getting these 85 to 82 tier cards. So he's not really going to dip, in my opinion. Maybe with top 200 packs, he may go down a little bit more, but because it's spread out throughout the entire day, more than likely you'll see him kind of holding his price, and then when headliners comes out, maybe dipping again just because of promo packs. Other than that, it all depends on what team of the season's bringing, what team of the year, what that's bringing out, because that has been announced for tomorrow, so we should be getting a lot more information coming tomorrow for that. In terms of everything else then, if we do whack a shadow on him, which is obviously what everybody is looking for, you get 85 pace, 94 defending, turns into a cracking card. I really can't fault this card too much, bar from maybe a handful of things. Sprint speed definitely needs an increase. I think he would turn into an absolute gem if he does that. Obviously, you've got a bit of strength. That, again, would be quite nice. We do know him as a relatively strong player. He's not necessarily a Goretzka level, but definitely stronger than 71. So hopefully, in a Team of the Year version or a couple more informs, we can see that going up. If we can get that above 80, I'll be absolutely sound with that. And then, obviously, just the basics of defending increasing, just to kind of max out that shadow when we do get it, to get to maybe like 90 plus defending. Then, obviously, he will be ranging up to about 9.5, 9.7. In my opinion. Links Gnabry is the perfect one. Obviously, you've got people like Royce, you've got like Coman in the strong links, Lewandowski, Haaland in a weak link, plenty of players, and then you could link him with Matthias in that midfield, or even Ballack as icon options, or even Alarm. In fact, Alarm would be lovely with him. And then obviously the only other similar player that I really like to compare this guy with is Big Boy Kante. Still cracked in the game, don't see him as much in form, but definitely gold card. I do tend to see them around in foot champs, and he's a cracking card as well. You can't really argue with him. But hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more content. I'll be back with Lukaku's 87 second inform review coming up after this one. I'll see you for the next one. Peace.